So we're going to create a new class using C++. So we're going to go up to Tools and say New C++ Class. And we're going to need to scroll down, and what we're going to make is an actor component. So an actor component is a base class for components that define reusable behavior that can be added to different types of actors. So that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be creating like kind of player stats information. So this kind of works perfect. Like we're going to make it and then we can attach it to our player. So we're just going to say next, and we need to name it, and we're going to name it P2 player stats. I'm going to create the class. So it might take a little bit for it to work. I paused the recording while it was going, and so you can see that worked. And then we should be able to go over to our code. We might get this file modification detected that's just normal, and we update it. And so now we should have our code for the what we just made, P2 player stats. And you'll notice we have two things that pop up. We have a .cpp file, that's an implementation file in C++. Basically, it's where all your code that you're actually going to be doing, defining the functions and spelling out what the functions are doing. And then the .h file, which is the header file, where it's basically just where you declare things. So it just has declarations of the variables and stuff that we're going to be using and the functions, but not actually saying what they do. So now that we got that built, we're going to make a small change because, you know, I always like to test to make things work. So first, before we do anything else, we're just going to go and compile it. So to compile, we go into this main window and we hit the little compile button. It's down in the bottom right hand. It looks like a little brick thing with bricks flying away. I guess because it's game systems on the fly, that's why they're flying away. Sure. So we're just going to compile. I always just like the warm fuzzy of it actually working and compiling. See, and we don't need to play or anything because we didn't actually change anything. But now we're going to change something. We're going to come in here and put in some code. So we're going to do if gengine. And what gengine is the game engine. It's just saying, is the game engine running right now? That's what it's a Boolean saying, true it's running, false it's not running. And then we're going to add some code that is, we're going to output stuff to the screen. And so for this one, we're going to do gengine and add on screen debug message. And then we're going to just put some information in here. So it's -1, 8.f, f color, ::, and I'm going to put purple because you guys all know me. I'm a big fan of purple. I think your directions have cayenne. You can have whatever color whatever's your favorite color, put that in. And then I'm going to put text, hello, C++, and then this is Jen. And I also want, I failed to name that correctly, right? It's G, capital E. And I also want to put, so this puts the debug on the screen, and there's also a debug for going into the logs. So we're going to put that as well. And it is log temp warning text, and we'll put the same thing. Hello, C++. This is Jen. And basically what this is just going to do is allow us to, did I mess something up with that? see both in the log and on the screen when something happens. I feel like I mistyped something because this has an error. But let's go in UE underscore log. So one of the things I'm going to suggest doing a lot is save all, just because Unreal and C++ or Visual Studios talk, but they don't talk enough where Unreal can force Visual Studios to save. And if you don't save, it's not going to update. So we're going to just come over here and compile again and see if it compiled or if I did something wrong. See, I did something wrong. And I don't know what it is. It is saying I copied my code from over here and see if I type something wrong. Look, I typed something wrong. What did I? Oh, that's what I did wrong. Text. Look at that. Alright, now we can go back in and see if it compiles. It's always good to make sure it compiles. So now what we're going to do is we're going to add this component to our third-person character that we already have available to us. So we're going to come in here and go to our third person, our blueprints, our third-person character, and open that up. And we're going to come on the right-hand side here and hit Add under Components, and we're going to say P2 Player Stats. And we're adding that to our third-person character, so now it should be part of that third-person character. We're going to hit compile and fingers crossed. Hey, look at that. It's saved, and we're going to save it. And we're going to minimize this window, and we're going to come here and hit play. And look, top left-hand side, it says, "Hello C++, this is Jen." And if we come to our output log, we need to go all the way to the bottom. Look, we have our line in here too. Yay! So that's it for this video, and I will see you in the next one.